Hello and welcome to New Parents in Training. So today I got a webcam from ROCWARE to review, and this one is called the Mini All-in-One Video Soundbar, and that's the one on the left. Now on the right is the Logitech C920 Pro HD webcam. That's the one that I'm currently been using at my home office. So I'll be comparing this two, especially the fact that the Logitech is actually a more popular webcam that people are using nowadays. So I'm going to compare the ROCWARE against that to see which one is actually worth your money to invest in and which one to get. Now let's jump into the video. And first thing first, let's talk about the unboxing of the ROCWARE. All right, here's the product itself. Let's unbox this real quick. Have the manual instruction. Looks like USB-C port cable, USB-C cable. Alright, here is the product itself. Oh, pretty cool. Look like a robot. Like those are the eyes, that's the mouth, and the nose. Okay. Really simple. And it looks like you can put on a tripod. Here we go. Really simple design. I like how minimal it is inside the box. Look at this. You can, oh, check this out. You can physically block off the camera for privacy. That's cool. Now let's compare some of the physical attribute of the two. For one thing, you have the ROCWARE where you use the USB-C cable. Now you can connect the cable via the rear here. They provide you a pretty long cable here. Now if it's just not long enough, then you can also get a longer cable if you wanted to. So in that regard, this is really helpful when you are able to attach and detach from the USB cable, especially now that it's using USB-C. As far as for the Logitech, you cannot detach the cable. The cable is permanently attached to the camera itself, and whatever the length they provided will be the amount that you can actually have. You cannot extend it unless you put an adapter on the end. Let's talk about how you can attach this to your monitor. Both of them are pretty easy. All you have to do is just open this bottom portion up and then just put it on top of your monitor. And same goes with Logitech. Now both of them, if you look on the bottom, you can attach this to any tripod that you have. Now aside from the ability to attach to the monitor or to a tripod, the Logitech, you can actually adjust the camera angle, but it's not that much of angle that you can adjust. If you look at this, this is the amount of play that you can do in terms of just the camera up and down motion. As far as for the ROCWARE, you get a lot more. So it's almost was it 270 degree of rotation here. So yeah, it's quite a lot that you can do. Now not just that, you can actually turn. Yeah, this is really cool. So say if you want this to be vertical, shooting vertically, then you can actually do that with the ROCWARE. And you can actually make it stand and shoot from this angle as well. Now as far as for the Logitech, you can't really do that. If you make it stand up, the shooting angle of the camera is shooting upward, so it's not going to shoot straight. So just FYI. And there's no turning, like there's no side turning here. So the only up and down motion for the Logitech, but for the ROCWARE, there's so much that you can do. All right, let's talk about some other features that they provide. So for one, as I mentioned earlier, the ROCWARE able to let you to turn off the lens physically, turn it off. So this way, instead of hitting the software on your computer, You can just hit this really quickly. And also on the back, there's a button here where if you tap it, the light here will turn red. That means you are mute. So that's very useful if you want to, especially in a Zoom meeting, if you want to physically turn off the lens and then physically turn off the speaker, you can do that. And this will show red, and then you can just turn this shutter off. And that way, you are guaranteed that you are not being seen or heard or being recorded on the software. Now, as far as for the Logitech, there is no physical button for you to shut off the lens nor mute. So you are actually at the mercy of the software that you are using. And other attribute of this too, for one, the ROCWARE, the mics are on the side where these two openings are, and then the speaker is right here on the left hand side. And as far as for the Logitech, both mic and the speakers are on the side here. So those are the differences between the two in terms of physical attribute. Now in that category, ROCWARE does take the lead, because consider that you're able to have full control over the webcam itself. Let's just talk about the software really quickly. Logitech does come with a software of their own, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. You can mess around with it, do some settings, but it does not do any type of recording or streaming. Now, the software that I really prefer to use is the OBS Studio. It's open source and it's free to download as well. So if you need to do streaming or recording yourself on your PC, and then that's the software to go with. ROCWARE does not come with any type of software, just FYI. Alright, so now let's move on to the video and audio quality. As I mentioned earlier, I use the OBS Studio to do recording. I put the two cameras side by side on a single monitor. So this is what I have. And as you can see, the ROCWARE is actually able to capture a wider angle compared to the Logitech. A wider angle is definitely more preferred if you are doing meeting online, and especially if you want to record something and later on you want to crop, it's much easier when you have a wider angle footage. If you look closely, I feel that the Logitech has a little bit of advantage in terms of how smooth the video is. The ROCWARE, it just has a little bit more noise in the background. Mind you, both of them are really good in terms of the video quality. Now, in terms of audio, the ROCWARE is a little bit loud. Alright, so here I have the two webcams side by side on one single monitor. I'm using the OBS to record this video. And the Logitech is a little bit soft. Alright, so here I have the two webcams side by side on one single monitor. I'm using the OBS to record this video. Now, my final thought about this ROCWARE, it provides you with a lot of value, especially if you want to do something on a budget. And because the fact that at the time of filming, the ROCWARE is only $67 versus the Logitech is running at $94. So there's about $20 of price difference. And for $20, I would definitely go with the ROCWARE, because the fact that it provides you with so much value of that little camera. Not only you get a wider angle of recording, but you also get privacy control over the video and also the audio. You can mute and close the blind as well. So that's extremely helpful in situations when you cannot turn things off via the software. So anyway, this is my review of the ROCWARE Mini All-in-One Video Soundbar. If you have any questions, comment down below. Until next time, bye.